Have you ever felt like no matter how much effort you put into a relationship, it never seems to be enough? What if I told you that men are actually drawn to women who don't try so hard? In this video, I'm revealing the 3 surprising reasons why men are more attracted to women who play it cool, and how understanding this can change the way you approach relationships forever. Stay tuned to discover how you can stop overthinking and effortlessly attract the man you want. I get it. Men can seem downright confusing at times, frustrating even. You might feel like you're constantly trying to decode their actions or lack thereof, and sometimes it feels like an uphill battle. But here's the thing. It doesn't have to be that way. The truth is, a lot of the frustration comes from misinterpreting what you're seeing. Men aren't always complicated, but understanding them often requires a shift in perspective. That's where I come in, to clear up the confusion and help you see things for what they really are. In today's video, we're going to dive into a concept that many women misunderstand: the idea that not trying too hard is what attracts men. There's a lot of confusion surrounding this, and by the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of why men are drawn to women who don't try hard, and why this doesn't mean playing hard to get. First, let's clear up a major misconception. Before we get into the reasons why men are attracted to women who don't try hard, we need to distinguish between not trying hard and playing hard to get. These two things are very different, but they're often confused. Playing hard to get is when you're purposefully making things difficult. You're putting up obstacles for the man, forcing him to jump through hoops just to get your attention. It's a game, plain and simple. Now, some of you might be thinking, what's wrong with that? That's how it's supposed to be, right? Well, no. Not really. Playing games in a relationship or when you're getting to know someone can lead to a lot of problems down the road. It sets the foundation for unhealthy dynamics. You're intentionally withholding, and while that might work in the short term, it can create issues later. Trying too hard, on the other hand, is when you're going above and beyond in your efforts to win him over. You're putting in all the work while he's sitting back, doing little to nothing. That's not a good place to be either. What we're aiming for is a balance, a healthy middle ground where neither person is trying too hard or playing games. So let's get into why men are so attracted to women who seem like they're not trying hard. Reason 1, he's already attracted to her. One of the biggest reasons men are drawn to women who don't try hard is simple. He's already physically attracted to her. When a man is really attracted to a woman, she doesn't need to do much to hold his attention. This is something a lot of women overlook. Have you ever seen a man tolerate bad behavior or let things slide with a woman who seems like she's not putting in any effort? Maybe she has a bad attitude or she's acting distant, but he still sticks around. You might wonder, why does he put up with that? Shouldn't she be trying harder? Well, what you're missing here is that he's so attracted to her physically that he's willing to overlook those red flags. It doesn't mean her behavior is healthy or that you should emulate it. What it means is that physical attraction plays a huge role in how much effort a man expects from a woman. If he's already into you, you don't need to bend over backward to get him to notice you. This is why you might see some women who don't seem to try at all, still getting attention. It's not because they've mastered some secret technique. It's because the man is already drawn to them on a physical level. Now, this doesn't mean you should rely solely on your looks to build a relationship. It's important to understand that while physical attraction can get a man's attention, it's not enough to keep him around long term. But if you're ever wondering why some women seem to have an easier time without putting in much effort, this is a big reason. Reason 2, confidence is magnetic. The second reason men are attracted to women who don't try too hard is that it exudes confidence. And confidence, my friends, is incredibly attractive. There's something undeniably magnetic about a woman who knows her worth and isn't desperate for attention. Confidence doesn't mean arrogance. It's about knowing your value and not feeling like you need to prove yourself to anyone. When a woman isn't trying too hard, it sends the message that she's comfortable in her own skin, that she knows she's desirable, and that she's not going to chase after anyone. Men pick up on this energy, and they find it incredibly appealing. However, confidence can sometimes be taken to an unhealthy extreme. Knowing your worth doesn't mean making a man do all the work, either. Some women take the not trying hard idea too far, to the point where they expect the man to chase them endlessly while they put in zero effort. That's not what I'm talking about here. A healthy balance means you're confident enough to show interest, but not so desperate that you're bending over backward. You're not playing hard to get, but you're also not throwing yourself at him. It's a fine line, but when you get it right, it's incredibly powerful. Reason 3. Desperation is a turnoff. Let's face it, desperation is never attractive. When a woman is trying too hard, it can come across as desperate, and that's a major turnoff for most men. If you're constantly texting him, trying to be available 24/7, or going out of your way to get his attention, it sends the message that you're overly invested. And when a man feels like he has all the control, it's not going to spark his interest. Men are drawn to a challenge, but not in the hard-to-get sense. They're attracted to women who have their own lives, their own interests, and their own sense of self-worth. When you're desperate for his attention, it signals that you don't have these things. It shows that you're placing too much importance on him, which can make him pull away. On the flip side, when a woman is not trying hard, it sends the message that she's confident and in control of her emotions. She's not going to chase him or be at his beck and call. This creates a sense of intrigue. He starts to wonder why she's not falling all over him like other women might. This curiosity draws him in. How to find the balance. So, we've covered why men are attracted to women who don't try too hard. They're often already attracted to her. Her confidence is magnetic, and desperation is a huge turnoff. But how do you strike the right balance between showing interest and not trying too hard? The key is to be authentic. Don't play games or try to manipulate the situation. Show interest if you're genuinely interested, but don't go overboard. Don't rearrange your entire life for him or make yourself too available. Have your own life and let him see that you're someone who knows her worth. For example, if you're interested in a guy, it's perfectly fine to let him know. You can give him your number, ask him out, or initiate a conversation. But after that, let him take the lead. If he's interested, he'll make the effort. If he doesn't, then he's probably not that into you. And that's okay. You don't need to chase after someone who isn't willing to meet you halfway. Wrapping it up. In conclusion, men are attracted to women who don't try hard for a few key reasons: physical attraction, confidence, and the lack of desperation. The trick is to find the balance between showing interest and not overdoing it. Be confident, know your worth, and don't feel like you have to chase after anyone. When you carry yourself with self-assurance and let things flow naturally, the right men will be drawn to you. So, the next time you're wondering if you're trying too hard, take a step back and remember that less can be more. Trust me, men notice and are drawn to that energy. You don't need to play hard to get or bend over backward. Just be yourself, and the right man will come along.